Hello to you. I'm so glad that you are taking time to view this video clip. In fact, in a few short moments, we're going to discover what are some of the trainings that can allow your companies to grow the market, to make even more money, and eventually brand the market strongly. Let me first begin by introducing myself. My name is Wekie Tay. I'm a trainer of yours. Over the past 20 years, I've been conducting different trainings, consultations, and working with different companies, from governments to schools to state boards to multinational corporations. So I'm definitely experienced and here to work through with you on the various demands and needs of your company. Some of the key things that I've been working through includes things like strategic management, corporate culture, sales, marketing, negotiation, and closing deals. This itself is one of the greatest moments that in a period of change, we can always work through together. And I'm committed to hear and help your company. Let's go through some of the basic fundamentals. For example, the first area we are talking about is building corporate culture. I trust that you definitely have a group of companies, a group of people that I can work with in building corporate culture itself. You will have received by now the program outline, and I'd like you to refer to it as we go along. Some of the key areas that you can look at would be how to build the company corporate culture in a point whereby people will feel that, hey, we want to belong. We want to make sure that this is a company that will grow. Now, my dear friends, this is really important. Why? Because a corporate culture is how we define people, their behavior, and their action. Without a cohesive corporate culture, people can't work together as a team. There'll be different ideas, different opinions. For example, I've worked with different companies, and some of them began by not having any corporate culture itself. They do not know how to practice, do not know what's the right chain of command to go through. This is what came in. When I was working with them, we sorted out some of the issues, helped them craft the values, the goals, and the opinions a little bit. We worked through some of the strategies, and as a result, they grew, they came together, and they were able to consolidate the market as a whole. And this is one of the key areas I'm sure you're looking at. On top of that, I'm also looking at helping your companies through the training itself to have a look at the mission, vision, the values. Some of the things, if you already have by the training time, is that I can work through and look through with you some of the areas that we can further fine-tune and make it work. That itself is really important. Within it, we're also looking at the various culture itself. What do I mean by this? How are the cultures going to work for your company? How are the various practices, best practices around the market? That areas that can apply, areas that you may not want to apply. So we're going to work through and fine-tune with that together with the various participants. And you will realize that this is a very important exercise. Within it, if you just look through the various activities, you will realize that we are also talking about drawing people together. How do you make sure that they want to be part of the group? It's not just the only way to say, hey, we want to do this. But on top of that, you got to find ways to draw people together. I've gone through some of your company's information, and I realized that you've got a group of people that you have to manage, definitely, and it's always growing. In a business, you want is a business that's one that's growing and always branding and always exercising and getting more sales. Now that itself is really important. At this moment, you may start to ask, what are some of the strategies that we can use to draw people together? In short, what are some of the secrets of managing people so that they can form within the corporate culture? Now, this is what we're going to cover during the training itself. Over the years, I've been working with different companies, from big companies to small companies, and to companies that just say that, hey, we are market number 2 or 3. We're going to take it to number 1. This is what I've been sharing with them. So what you're going through is definitely something that I've been working through over the years as a trainer. In fact, if you like, you can also look through some of my profiles that is presented to you. Within it, you have some of my basic background information, as well as the various companies that I've trained before. This is one of the key areas that will be really important for you in terms of building your corporate culture. Let me take it further for you. What are some of the duties and the roles of the key decision maker? Is it just merely to make decisions? Or is it to really listen to the customers? And I know that you are definitely very customer oriented. I've checked it out. That itself is how to build a culture, a way of practicing that will make customers say, This is a company that I want to give the business to. This is a company that I want these people to service me. Now that itself is really important. A culture, a setting, the guidelines, the mission itself, it's not just one that people just think out of thin air, but it has to achieve certain purpose. The purpose of ultimately serving the customer. Without this message getting through to your customers, no culture will ever work. That itself is the truth, as you might have already realized. So therefore, my dear friends, I'm really here to work with you on the strategies, on the planning, and on the ideas that we can take your company further. That is the purpose of why you will bring me in for the training, isn't it true? And I'm committed to be working with this on you. Therefore, do take a look through at the program outline in greater detail, and I'm always here to answer your questions. Thank you very much.